messengers as bringers of good tidings and warners, so that mankind will have no argument against Allah after the messengers. And ever is Allah exalted in might and wise.
He's missing the one. Hey, man. Hey. Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. Maybe I'll join you guys. Boys. Hey, take it easy.
What happened, Uncle?
I'm not. Raised him up, higher and higher, until he was praying with angels. Praying beside what? The angels. He was pretty happy, you see. And then when Allah created the first human being, He said, I order all to bow down because of my creation of this human being. And all bowed down except one. And who do you think it was? It was that one jinn amongst all the angels who would not bow down. He said, I'm better than him. Me, I'm made from a smokeless fire. Him, he's made out of dirt. So I won't bow down. And Allah told him, you know, you're going to go to hell for this. He said, I don't care. Just let me take him and all of his children to hell with me. Now, who was that? His name is Iblis or Lucifer. And until now, he still is trying to take the children of the first human to hell with him. By the way, would you like to know who is the name of the first of all of the human beings?
Yes.
Yeah. If you speak English, his name is Adam. And if you speak Arabic, his name is Adam. If you speak French or German or Russian or Italian or Spanish or Urdu, his name is Adam. It's the same in all the languages all over the world. Everybody knows the first man's name was what? Adam. But then, over the centuries, people kind of got away from the message. So Allah had to come back and tell them again and again and again. Until Allah sent the last and the final messenger to the human beings and jinn for all times. And do you know who that was? Can you guess? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Allah sent him as a mercy or rahmah to the alameen, to all of the worlds. Now what happened in the very beginning was that Adam alayhi salam, we usually say peace be upon him. When we say any prophet's name, we should say peace be upon them, right? So we'll say alayhi salam or peace be upon him. And when Adam alayhi salam was first created, Allah created him in the Jannah, in the best condition. He was in the best place, in paradise. But he was alone. Even though he could have anything he wanted. He could have all the food he'd like. He could have anything to drink he would like. He could do as he liked. But he was alone. So Allah created someone for him, a mate. And he created his mate from a bone in his side. And he created woman. Would you like to know what her name was? Well, in English they call her Eve. But in Arabic her name is Hawa. Can you say Hawa? Hawa, yeah. Hawa. Huh? Now, when Allah created Hawa, she was the first woman. And from Adam and from Hawa, from these two, Allah created all the people who came. And then their children had children, and their children had children, and children, and children, until now. Which means, by the way, all human beings came from one source. So all the humans everywhere are brothers and sisters to each other in humanity. But when they come to the right belief, then they become even better. They become brothers and sisters in faith as believers. Now, after Allah created Adam and created Eve, then what do you think happened? They were both in pretty good shape, by the way. They could have anything they wanted. Then Allah gave them a big test. He said, you can have anything from all that you see everywhere, in all the paradise, in all of the heaven, they could have anything. Except one thing Allah told them. What do you think He told them? Don't eat anything from that tree right there. And what do you think happened? Well, the devil, by the way, he's called Shaitan too. Iblis, Shaitan, you know. Satan. Have you heard about this? So Shaitan came to them and did what's called wiswas in their ears and told them, eat it. Go ahead. It's okay. Eat it. Go to the tree and eat it. And they went over and they took the fruit and they ate it. And then they were in big trouble with Allah. Big trouble with Allah. Because they ate the fruit? No, that's not what the problem is. Because Allah told them to do something or not to do something, then that's what you have to do. You have to obey. So they blew it on that test. So Allah ordered Adam and his wife and the Iblis, the Shaitan, get down, all of you, from here. Get down. Get down. And He put them on the earth. And Allah speaks about this in the Quran. He tells us that He created the human being. لَخَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. That He created human being in the best shape. The best shape. ثُمَّ رَدَّدْنَاهُمْ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. And then the human beings, they reduce themselves to the lowest of the low of the low. Why? Because they make the wrong choices. The wrong behavior, the wrong choices. Allah also told us about this in the Quran when He said He never changes the condition of a people until they change themselves. And specifically, the understanding we know from Quran, that when Adam alayhi salam and his wife ate this, they brought this on themselves. They made their own choice. They made this mistake. So Allah put them to a new condition. Their old condition was good. The new one was not so good. Why? Because they changed themselves. Likewise, if a human being would like to be better, they need to work on themselves to become better. Because when you change yourself, inshallah, God willing, Allah will change the condition. These are some of the things that we've learned from the prophets. Sometimes people will ask me, well, how do you know this? How can you be sure? What makes you so sure there are prophets? The most important thing of all is to know that they always brought one main message. And if you know this one main message, you will instantly recognize, is this man a prophet? Is this person a prophet or not? How? By the message they bring. Listen to the message. La ilaha illa Allah. La ilaha illallah. Can you say that? La ilaha?
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha?
La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Very good. La ilaha illallah. But what does that mean? Many people say that. Today, maybe more than 1.5 billion human beings that say they're Muslims, they say these words. La ilaha illallah. But what does it mean? La ilaha means la is no, right? If you know any Arabs, then they have little children, you know. Whenever the children get into something, the mother says, la, 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 like this all the time. La, la, because you shouldn't do that, yeah? So she's telling them in Arabic, don't. La, no. Ilaha. What is ilaha? It means something you worship, something you bow down to, something you praise it, something you are thankful because you think it gives you something. So this thing worshipped is called an ilah in Arabic. And also in Hebrew it's called El. El and also Elohim. Now why I'm mentioning this is because it's not only in Arabic that we know this. It's also from the Jews in Hebrew. It's also from the Christians in the Aramaic language. And that's one of the proofs that I'm talking about. Because through the centuries and over the many, many, many years, in all of the lands across the world, people have come and in their language have said essentially the same words. There's no God to worship. No God to worship. And then the rest of it, illa except Allah. And that's the message that these prophets brought to tell the people. La ilaha illallah.